You gonna do a riddle?
It's time to get an answer now.
Tell me what the answer is, man.
The answer to the last riddle: wood is white, wood is black, and red all over.
I'm like everybody else. I'm curious.
A newspaper.
Wait, what?
Paper white, the writing is black, and you read it. It's red all over.
We were able to get in contact with an attorney here in the local area, Sa'Trica Williams.
She holding a lot of titles, man. A lot of titles.
Yeah.
Also, Eastern Star.
Yeah. So you want to talk to her?
Man, dollar up.
All right. What's up with it, y'all? You got BPTV. You got Rob.
What's up? What's
and
up?
I am John. Today we got a very special guest. Miss Sa'Trica Williams is on with us. How you doing, Sa'Trica?
Hey, everybody.
There it is.
Yeah. So everything going all right with you today?
So far, so great. It's fine,
Okay.
just fine. I appreciate you guys on this platform. I love it. I love it.
Actually, shout out to Chuck Slug. Because, like, Chuck was the one that put everything together. Like, Chuck is a local comedian, entertainer in the area. He's got that multi-part organization jumping out. Man, shout out to Chuck, man. Salute, man. First and foremost, let us say this. So, BPTV is a subsidiary of Be Prepared to Vote. And Be Prepared to Vote is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. We're trying to energize the community, modify the narrative to make it be you must vote. You must vote. So and the term must, it indicates an unconditional requirement. So that's what we're trying to push here, Sa'Trica. So real quick, if you could, how would you rephrase to our community that we must register to vote and that we must go vote? That's what it is, Bob, huh? It's called Go Vote?
Go vote.
You guys out there, it is so important that you guys cast your vote for the simple fact. Think about what our ancestors had to go through just for us to get to this point. Remember, they marched in Birmingham. They were assassinated in Tennessee. They were segregated in the South, ghettoed in the North, ignored in our history books, stereotyped in Hollywood. It's so important for us to go and vote because our ancestors went through all of this just so we can get to this point.
During a production meeting, Robert had a good idea to celebrate the centennial of the 19th Amendment and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And to just kind of salute the Sojourner Truths, the Susan B. Anthony's, the Ida Well. Now, when I was growing up, we used to collect like Susan B. Anthony coins, so we knew about her. But did you know about Sojourner Truth?
I can remember back in the day, way back when I was in elementary school, they telling us about Sojourner Truth, and what I can remember them saying was something about that she was a slave and she was outspoken for women's rights. During the rest of my education, through college, I remember that I learned that Sojourner Truth gave a speech, Ain't I a Woman?
Yeah, that's it.
Gave that attention. And then when I got to law school, I remember reading something about Sojourner Truth in a case where she was the first Black African-American woman to go to court to win her son back after her son was to be placed into slavery. So I kind of remember Sojourner Truth as being that.
I didn't know nothing about, and I'm looking this 6-foot woman. I'm researching, and mind you, my parents still have a house in Kansas, but I did not know that she was the engineer behind the Great Black Exodus to Kansas in 1879. I had no idea. I had no idea.
They did that. I didn't know. I mean,
Yeah,
that she was uneducated. They taught us that type of stuff, but they never taught us what you just said.
Is it true that you graduated high school at 16?
I did.
My daughter graduated early.
Okay. I mean, you know, it could happen. So, because a lot of people out there graduated when she was 16. Yeah, but it was a little bit more push. I was just ready to get out the house. I don't know about your dog.
Well, I'm sure it's the same thing.
Yeah, he trying to get them out of his house. So your law degree. I'm not gonna mess this one up. From Southern.
Please don't, because there's so many Jaguars out there. They'll be on you. Yes,
I know.
Southern.
All right.
Second one.
All right. Yeah.
Southern's law.
Okay.
Doctorate. Yes.
So for the Lake Charles locals, what high school did you go to?
Well, I don't mean to scare them when I say this. I went to Fair High School. I know a lot of them had flashbacks when I said that, because you know we were like high step back then. And when we came to Lake Charles, we came to Lake Charles.
Okay.
Now you running for judge.
Yes. It's Judicial District Court, Division J. You know, downtown here they have several divisions, and I'm running for one of the divisions. And the division that I'm running in happened to be family court. So that would be the area that I would be on the bench in.
Hey man, what y'all doing?
Man, just politics.
Hey, look, man, Pat Mahomes, $500 million man. He bought ownership in the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, I can see that. Good move. Good move.
I can't, man. It's baseball, man. It's baseball.
Baseball, man.
They call it America's game. The majority of the players are not Americans.
All the sports getting like that, man. What you want to talk about? Didn't they just win a couple of years ago?
The Royals?
Yeah.
Yeah. More. No one watches baseball. Unless you got some kind of attachment to the team. You're not watching baseball. What's the last baseball game you watched?
I don't watch baseball. Check it out. Kansas City Royals probably sell out, just say, majority of the games. You got to remember now, you looking at football because that's one of your favorite sports.
Yeah.
184 games, people buying tickets. That's a lot of money, bro. If it costs the same amount of money to get in a football game as to do a baseball game, it's 184 baseball games a year. Concession stands, jerseys. Come on, man. Don't just look at because you don't like baseball.
No one likes baseball.
What you want to go invest in
like SpaceX? Yeah, something like that. Something with some longevity.
And
some
do the sports,
sustainability. Man, baseball's out the door, man.
Man, you didn't watch him go out there and throw that strike on the mound when he did the opening pitch for Kansas City.
Last time I watched baseball was when the Royals won the World Series.
So if they go win again, that's some of your boy money right there. So he gonna turn into the $1 billion man.
Yo, man, we just politicking, man. We just politicking,
man. Hey, man, what y'all doing? Switch it a little bit. You run for this for judge. With this pandemic going on, is it harder for you to advertise yourself, put information out about yourself other than the flyers, billboards? What else are you doing to let the community know, hey, I'm the one you're supposed to vote for?
You know what? I'm gonna answer this one like this. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm out there continuously. You will find me out there, whether I'm serving a hot meal, whether I'm at Abraham's tent, serving food, whether I'm on litter patrol, whether I'm in the schools mentoring to our children. I'm out there. I'm gonna get the word out any way possibly that I can, because I think it's important. I think it's necessary. So where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm willing to do it.
Got you. I was doing some research, and they were saying if I wanted to track a lawyer and look at their credentials or court cases, or just to see what type of lawyer you have been throughout your career, so I can see what kind of judge you may be. They say all you have to do is go to the clerk of court or the clerk of court maybe, and ask for it. Is that true? And how does that process actually work?
I'm going to say that's not fully true, because I'm keeping statistics of that. Now, if you can go and do a search under an attorney at the clerk's office, put that attorney's name in, you can get a list of their cases. Then it'll be up to you to peruse those cases to find out the outcome of those cases. But it's not going to tell you if they were a zealous attorney or not. It's not going to tell you how they represent people in court. But it will tell you the caseload that they have. And if you go through those particular cases, it'll tell you the logistics of that case. But it's not going to per se tell you about that particular attorney.
Okay.
For a voter, looking at the race for a judge, all I'm really comparing is signs and community activity. What else can I look at? Or I should say signage and community activity, your involvement in the community. What else is there out there for me to, get my mental a little bit more into who I want to vote for?
Yeah, you can scope out that person who's running for office. You can scope out their Facebook page and see what they're doing, and go to their events and see what they're doing at their events to see if they're actually active out there. You can also go to their website page. I have a website page, www.Sa'TricaWilliams.com. You can get some history of mine from there. The other things I know for myself, you can ask around in the community.
So with this new family court, is this new? No.
The family court is not new. The division is new.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
And let me just throw another wrench in there. They eliminated Division I and they created Division J.
Okay.
So the J is now it's supposed to be a minority seat. So that's why they created Division J.
Okay.
For family court. Now
that Division J consists of about, I think you said 40,000 families, or 40,000, is it families or is it people?
People. 40,000.
Okay. That's one of the biggest divisions too.
They redrew the lines, and now it consists of like 62,000.
Okay.
Yes. It's a big area. It's a very, very big area because it reaches all the way to Iowa.
Right.
So it's huge.
I gotta ask you this. A few months ago, the Louisiana Supreme Court, because of the pandemic, we're living in an era of flexibility. They waived the bar for qualified law students. How you feel about that? Knowing that some of those lawyers would possibly be before you in maybe 2 or 3 years after they serve their apprenticeships.
Say the last part again, John.
Yeah. So how would you feel about that, knowing that those lawyers during the pandemic era will be standing before you within the next 2 or 3 years if you win this election?
So that's an interesting question, and I'm glad you asked right now. I'm in favor of that. For the simple fact, I think the teachers are going to do what they have to do to make sure that those students are ready to go out there and practice. I don't think they're going to be able to pass the class, their third year law school, if they're not ready. So I think the teachers are going to step up and hopefully be held accountable. If they are not doing if those students are not doing what they're supposed to be. I think they should be apt enough. They should be apt enough and have the information to go out there and practice. So I don't think the bar defines their educational level. I don't think that.
I'm probably gonna edit this out, But I wish they do that for the CPAs, man.
I knew you was gonna say that.
No, but in all honesty, Ms. Sa'Trica, there are people out there that say, "Why vote? My vote doesn't count," or they don't believe in voting, or people in power in the position of power, they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. So strictly for the successful continuity of our community, how would you convince those naysayers otherwise, and that their vote is significant?
Well, I'm going to answer this in correlation to my race, if you don't mind.
Use the platform.
It's so important for the individuals to get out and vote in my particular race for the simple fact. Think about it. We have 9 positions downtown. 2 of those positions downtown now are seated with women. If a woman is not voted in Division J and a male is voted in Division J, we will not be represented, a female will not be represented on that bench. So I want people to think about that. I want them to think about the equality that they'll be missing out on if a female is not selected in that position.
What information would you give to we have a lot of college students watching that's probably still trying to figure out what they want to do in their career. And then maybe they decide to go to the law career field. What small tip that you can give them?
To go into law?
Right, just something that made you keep pushing to try, get to where you at now.
Well, personally, what made me push is my heart's desire to help others. My desire was to make sure that the individuals out there who could not afford representation would be afforded that zealous and affordable representation in court. And because of my desire to help others, that's what pushed me forward to become an attorney, because I wanted to be the one that they can call upon, someone who they know has been in their position, and be able to represent those people.
Okay. So how long have you been practicing law?
I've been practicing law for 2 decades, which is a total 21 years.
Viewers, you got Miss Sa'Trica Williams. It was an honor. Hey, Sa'Trica, let them know how they can get at you. I mean, you got anything you want to, I guess, promote?
Yes, you guys can look me up on my webpage. It's www.sa'tricawilliams.com. My headquarters is 1424 Oak Park Boulevard. You can call me. I have an open door policy. Come and meet me. Come and talk to me. I'm ready. I want to answer your questions. I want to make sure you have a clear understanding of who you're dealing with. So come and see me. Once again, I'm Sa'Trica Williams, and I'm running for Family Court Judge of Division J.
We want to thank Mrs. Sa'Trica Williams for taking out time of her precious day to come and share some of her knowledge, some of her experiences in voting and running for office, judge, or whatever there is to run for.
But at the same time, we want to say that we are BPTV, and we are a subsidiary of Be Prepared to Vote, which is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. And our goal, our mission is to energize our community. And we're not trying to tell people who to vote for or what to vote for, but we're trying to modify the opinion and try to encourage everyone to participate in democracy in this process. Go vote. Whoa. Hey, remember, the best way to vote is to be informed. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.